All right, it's live. We're doing it. How's it going? We're back. I'm not going to tell the story again. If you didn't hear the story, it's because you weren't watching live on twitch.tv/Arumba07. You should be here. Everyone in chat just got to hear a fascinating, awesome retelling of events as Byzantium and, you know, I mean, if you watched the episode on YouTube, you saw, right? You saw it all. Both 12-hour videos or whatever I did. But it was a really funny retelling, like 9 out of 10 humor, best telling. Anyway, you have a save at least this time. Oh yeah, let's take a I do have a save. But so yeah, I was just talking about this. We have a slight issue where there could be a personal union on Monarch Death. We want to not do that, so we're gonna have to find a war, and I want to focus up on actually expanding a bit. So I did just spend like, what, 30 minutes talking about this before starting the recording for YouTube. Sorry. So I'm going to repeat a little bit of that. We're actually in a similar position to where we were before. And I was talking to the devs, and I need to keep on reframing my perspective because I'm doing it wrong again. My autonomy is too low. What? Right? Like that, what? Why would your autonomy be, how could it even be too low? It's too low. I need more land. This is not a good thing in the Beyond Typus beta that I'm playing. This does give us power. We are strong. Like we're doing fine by most metrics. Everything's fine. Everything is awesome. But we could be so much stronger if I stop thinking that this and this means that I'm close to my cap, because every 10 dev we take, we gain 1 base capacity. Every dev we take, we're gaining more effective autonomy modified dev. That number in the top part in the parentheses, 1101. What we want to do is look more like this. We want that. We want that. We want that. We want that. Or, you know, it's weird. It doesn't look right to me. But Commonwealth is the best example, I think. That is what your country should look like in the beta. A very low autonomy capital, and then rings of autonomy as you get further away based on changing culture, etc. I don't think distance is an actual thing. But like, look at all the modifiers he has to autonomy here. Non-accepted culture is part of it. It's not a core yet, so that kind of explains it. His freshly conquered land has, you know, doesn't make you any money. Any feedback, chat, before I go on from here? Like, I know you guys just heard all this, but I think what happened in the last session is that I got enamored with this. I'm getting 2 dev per month, just being at peace, and I'm just allowing it to come down. But look at us again, and then look at this. Like, we're doing it slow. We're slow. Do you have to full core province to get GovCap? I think so. Or no. The amount of GovCap you get is strictly based on development total, I think. It's just this number divided by 100. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. Well, thank you, Miestrel. You're a very nice recent commenter, and I know that you just recently played Byzantium, so it's been great having you around. It is very much a very different playstyle to vanilla. So I got caught up in the I love marches thing, but then notice, you know, I've got some takeaways. I gave some notes to Harb. It doesn't ever feel like I can justify running wrong duchies, which I think he's gonna nerf that penalty. He said maybe down to 10%. Like it shouldn't ever feel like you can't do this, but. One of the things I used to love doing in Beyond Typus, there are 3 tiers to this privilege. You can have on strong duchies, very strong duchies, and very, very strong duchies. You can have 3 privileges tied up to have 6 extra relationships. You just have an army of vassals, and I love doing that. But there's no way I could justify doing that when I've got no governing capacity modifier. So, let me think. Serbia is a corrupolate? I don't think so. Not yet. We're getting him real close. He's down to 220. We got to keep focusing on him. Albania, though. At the end of last session, I had no intention of getting rid of because it's Albania and whatever. But now I think that we should. We need to revoke march status on him as well. And we need to make him into a corrupulate, and we just need to integrate more land. We need to make our autonomy map mode look like this. I think you keep Albania. Really? Well, I still don't know the answer. How many corrupulate states are you allowed to have as a base number? Because we have court ideas, which lets us have +1. But I have no idea if the limit is 1 or 2 or 10 or... Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to... Also, each one that we have is going to lower governing cap by 2.5%. I think it's still going to take quite a bit of time to make Serbia small enough. I've got to get him down to 200 or less. So 20 times 2.5. It's 50 total liberty desire, plus I've got to be able to get him down to 15% after that. So if he's at 38%, and he's got to be below 15... I need a total of 73% liberty desire reductions. If I turn off Scutage, how much is that again? Oh, is that going to get added to the same line? Like, can I turn off Scutage, get him into a war, and make him pay for forts, maybe? Because otherwise, the only thing I can do is just keep placating. There's plenty of room in the placate capacity, though. You can only have it... You can only placate up to 100%. All of these things can only go up to 100%. Also, we could dev province, but that's a little counterproductive, I think. You end up... Let's see. Each dev click gives -5 liberty desire, but then costs you 2.5 liberty desire to seize, so it is net 2.5 down. It still feels weird, though. I think we should keep using placates. Alright, we're going to seize another province. We're not doing a thing that requires us to have no autonomy, right? Or no core overextension. Mr. Serbia. Okay, how do you play this game again? Give me the province of Step. You now have how much? 215. Okay. These are also part of our thing. We should probably take his gold mine. Oh, wait, I could have maybe just directly taken the gold mine. I don't have to go in the smallest order. Maybe I should have just taken the gold mine. That's the only thing making him useful. This is his capital, right? I feel like there's a little capital indicator there, but apparently no. Apparently no. I know where all of my vassals live. He lives up there. I'm gonna take these then. 7 dev is probably not something I can do yet. Fuck. Okay, I gotta reload the save. I hate that there's no confirmation on this. You just like misclick by 3 pixels and boom, instant new relative. Yeah, so Arthurian, I just did the math, it'd be -5 plus 2.5 for each dev click. It is net positive, but then we have to pay admin points to core the land. I guess it'd be worth it if you don't care about admin points, which actually we might be in that position. We've got 932, and I only have a cap of whatever. I'm desperate to expand. I'm late. I just realized. Whoa, like we're gonna hit the cap in barely any time at all, and I got nothing to spend admin points on. Literally nothing. I don't think there are any other point sinks. There's like move capital. Whoops. Okay, for argument's sake, what if we did just seize land and take his capital? Right, or sorry, take his gold mine right now. Because that would be enough to get him below 200. If I seize your province, you will become 67% more disloyal. You'll be very disloyal, you're saying. Like over by a lot. But you'll become so much weaker without the gold income that maybe we can get him loyal. What is making you disloyal? It's mostly the relative power modifier. I don't think that him becoming personally weaker is going to impact him as much. Strong duchies still have plus diplo rep. I don't think strong duchies ever gave diplo rep, but it does give minus liberty desire. That would be, it would be minus 10, but it's, yeah, we might turn that on actually when it comes time, if it lets us make him into a thing. Alright, I think we're gonna revoke March. The clergy are mad, so I can't bump stab at the moment. Whoopsie. Or we just could. Whatever. What is my diplomatic annexation reduction? Not very good, but we don't really need diplomatic annexation because we can use corrupulate states. Unless you're trying to justify maybe an argument where we just pay to integrate them. But if we do that, we got to wait until it's been 25 years. And I guess I did revoke March status over 25 years ago. Whoops. Could curry favor. We could great power influence. Great power influence gives trust. We should do that. Okay, can I get you below 50%, 25% so I can start the integration? Not quite. Although one dev click would get him there. What is your total dev? How much would it cost to actually integrate? Maybe we just integrate these because I didn't know about the 200 dev number and it just makes it annoying. 618 dip. A little bit less if we turn on the privilege with the nobles, and don't have enough favors, and I don't gain them passively. I could curry favors for a while. An option. Probably keep currying favors with Tarnovo also. Definitely don't want to keep Tarnovo as a march. Well, I don't think I want to turn on strong duchies just to get him started on integration right this second. That feels like it'd be bad. I could turn it on, actually, start the integration, and then immediately revoke it. We have espionage ideas, so we can free revoke regardless of loyalty. That's why everyone's pissed. Very last thing I remember doing was cheesing 100% mercantilism with the privilege that lets us gain 3 because we've got the government reform from espionage ideas. Can you annex? Apparently I revoked March status on Serbia over 25 years ago. I can't annex Albania until 1603, but I had already done this a long time ago. Could be an argument to pay for integration, the fact that diplo points are less valuable. Yes, for sure, because diplo points have less like point sinks. Like, for me, it's just like knowing that I could make him into a corrupulate state and just get the land for free and save 600 points. It's like pretty appealing. However, I don't think we should be taking our time on this, because that could still take up to how many years? This guy's only 44. He might live for a long time, and there's no guarantee that I actually make him a full non-hereditary guy. What were the costs again to make non-hereditary? I remember it being even a little tricky on Gazaria, who's a one province minor. Yeah. Let's... This feels so wrong. I think I'm gonna bump stab for 165 while the clergy are mad. Just waste 50 admin points because I don't have the patience. I want the stability. So anyway, let's stop spying on people where we got caught. How do you play this game? For some reason we're improving with Brandenburg, Emperor of the HRE, spying on Egypt, spying on Persia. I don't know what my plans were. High stab is really strong. We gain unrest, missionary strength. It does give governing cap, which is a big deal. What about this makes it really strong to you? Just the governing cap? It does have that interesting balance where it increases local monthly autonomy, but also you lose monthly autonomy from the governing cap modifiers, so it's just kind of a balancing thing. Although I wonder, why was it done that way instead of just making it like 3% capacity per stab? Gotta be an argument for why it's this way. Where are all those diplomats from? We have one from the clique that is available in BT, where you spend a diplo point per month to just have more diplomats, which is great. And then the rest are coming from espionage, gives 1. This tooltip clearly gives you the answer. 2 at the very top. Governing cap gives 2. Reform, balance. Okay, so I have a government reform giving 1. And we must have a policy that gives 1. No. Okay, I'm confused. 8 still, it does feel like a lot. 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's only 6. There must be another modifier above governing cap that we can't see. I think the tooltip's off the screen. I don't know is the answer. What if we go in here maybe? It'll give us a better tooltip than the one that tells us. Like, I don't need to know what they're all doing. Like, here. Oh, right. Yeah, there's above governing cap. There was base 2. Okay, so 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's why. Any other questions? Okay, I think I will. I think we're gonna do it. Let's piss off the nobles. We're gonna just, I want to just integrate this land. So we're gonna wait, no, don't seize. I just need to get him below 25 so we can start the integration. Let's, actually I could grant, no, I can't do the siege click. We're gonna turn on strong duchies to get Liberty Desire minus 10%. Temporarily lose governing cap. You should now become integratable next month. It's interesting though, now I'm over the cap and the penalties are already visible per percent a year over. Look how nasty they are. They're not good. This is why I felt like I couldn't expand, but we should never get to this point. And if you ever do get to this point, it will slowly fix itself because your autonomy will go up. One of the penalties for over capacity is more monthly autonomy. So the worse you're off, like the worse over ratio you are, the quicker it will stabilize. But yeah, I want to get him integrated. I think we revoke march status on Tornovo as well. And then we're gonna bump stab at least once. Damn it, I made the nobles mad too? Or what? The price just went up. Oh, right. Being over the governing cap. Great. Well, let's revoke the discount to Diplo advisors. This guy's half price? No. This guy's level 4. Pick the level 4 guy again. The nobles, the burghers, the clergy. They're all so mad. Oh well. We'll go back up to at least +1, and then, yeah, I think actually 5 governing cap for 200 admin points when I've got nothing to spend them on. Let's actually go to +2 stab. So we've revoked march status on all 3. And as soon as I have a diplomat that's able to start this integration, we're going to do that. I'm going to have 5 sit around for the monthly tick, because I want to make sure someone's ready. Now you've been started on your integration. So, we can demand trade power from Serbia if we want. I think that's fine. We can revoke strong duchies now. Annoyingly, the nobles will be pissed off for a lot longer, but I don't think I want that governing capacity penalty, and I just needed the Liberty Desire reduction temporarily. The nobles only have 11% influence now. Nice. We need to go to war. That's the other thing. Take the annexation privilege. Do we have enough Liberty Desire availability? I'm not sure that we do. Without divert trade, yes, we do. There's only 5%, I think. But you don't need to have the integration thing on at the start of the integration. Oh no, that's too much. 15's more than I thought. Don't have the capacity for it with Tarnovo at the moment. Interestingly, Gazaria is... They're on track to be inherited, to be, like, integrated, but they're a march. So we're able to really send officers on them. Interesting. It's kind of cool. Why is the system you have increasing autonomy from stability? Well, I just explained, Remy. There's got to be some rational reason why having stability... So there's two ways you could do it. You could just have each stability give, like, 3% governing cap. So what it does is each stability gives 0.02 autonomy change in red, in bad, and it gives 5% governing capacity, which is kind of equivalent to giving 3% governing capacity. But there's got to be some reason why it's this way instead of that way. I'm not sure why he did it. I can't think of the explanation. So. Already playing for the Age of Absolutism? Yeah, well, kinda. I mean, I am. Like, so what we're gonna gain is we were finally able to grant all the privileges. This right here, these first four, this cost 20% crown land to establish, but I think it was well worth doing. We've got expand administration cost minus 20%. Sorry, that's not what we care about. Governing capacity plus 10 and governing capacity modifier plus 5 4 times. So we finally had enough crown land availability to do all that after turning into mission. And now we want to get crown land as high as we possibly can because we're going to get government reform speed. And in Beyond Typus, with this thing, government reforms are basically governing capacity. Like, we're going to use this click a lot. I think a lot more than vanilla. So all of the things we could have from the estates aren't as good as not having those things. And the lower we can get their influence, if we get their influence nice and low, we'll actually gain crown land from expansion as well. These guys have so much influence, considering they have no land. Ba-ba-bum. Alright, we've got missionary things we could do. Okay. I think I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I don't know where my hands don't know where to go. There is a looming disaster, but I don't think it's a real disaster, so we're going to tell the alert to go away and then hope that nothing bad happens. We've got a flag that I don't remember. I'm allowed to curb postal logothety influence. These dudes do these things. Sure. Power changes based on things, and right now the effect is 25% increased improved relations, but that's not a good modifier for us, so we're going to make them get rid of some influence, and we're trying to encourage this one. All these words. So many words. The logothetes to praetori. I feel like that's not in English. Like, it kind of looks Latin. Like, excuse me, we speak English. Anyway, we want this one, because this gives expand administration up to minus 50. Socande, thank you for your sub. Greek. Basically Italian, Latin, Jew, I don't know, some language. Why do I still have so many privileges for the clergy? Do we want to get rid of some of these? Do I still need yearly patriarch authority generation? What happened to the force limit? Why are we over by so much? Wait, did my autonomy actually go up really quick based on temporarily being over the governing capacity? It might have. That looks like we lost a lot of land force limit. That or I'm just disregarding it. I don't know. Oh no, we revoked the march status. Yeah, the marches were giving double what they're currently giving. That's why. Okay. Oh, Gazaria is reducing our land force limit. Interesting. Mission tree already finished? Oh, that's funny. That's a good one, Habe. Well, we've done this much of the Byzantine Resurgence submod, and there's this much. So yeah, I'd say it's about finished. Pretty much. We're almost there. Probably wrap up this session. Constantinople needs to be developed to 75. I think we're on track for that, because we're at 125. We should probably still be at 75. This wants us to upgrade the Hagia Sophia to tier 3 or the Theodosian walls to tier 3, and we have to expand infrastructure at least 2 times. We have currently expanded infrastructure 6 times. So that should work. I guess I need to start saving up to upgrade the Hagia Sophia. That's why we took it to 120. Hagia Sophia is only going to cost 2,080 gold to start the tier 3. Which is nuts, considering the base cost is 5,000. We're good. I guess we save up for that now. Looks like the Emperor might be passing his 4th reform soon. What should all these diplomats do? I don't know. Sometimes it's really good. You never want to not have diplomats. It's always better to have too many, but like, I don't know. Improve with people. Something. Go away. Stop bothering me. And, okay, ready survey. Who do we attack? That's the next question. Who do we just go kill? Who can we just go murder over here that will politely give us their clay and stop existing? Because we need to do that. We need to make the Ottomans cease to exist. No country with Turkish culture is allowed to exist. You have 71%. We'll have land over there as well. What if we just attack the Ottomans directly? Bunch of people. Alright, what if we attack this guy? We would fight that guy. Fight that guy. That's a good angle. Kill Jandar and Germanana. We also got a claim on Circassia, who has expanded across the water. Circassia would be defended by Persia, though, who exists and is not tiny. Also, I definitely have gone slower in terms of conquest, but than I would like. But a big part of that was the whole the frustration with not realizing the mission specifically requires you not to conquer Cyprus island, but that the tag Cyprus isn't allowed to exist. That was up here. One of the following must be true. Naxos, Candia, the Knights, and Cyprus. Country does not exist. Didn't realize that, and I let him keep his one province over here, and that really slowed things down. My bad. Don't do that if you're doing a run. Do I care about non-co-belligerency with the Ottomans? They have 71 war score, so if he's a non-co-belligerent, it would take quite a bit of extra, like over 100% extra. I can't really... I could take a chunk out of him. The Ottomans are defended by Muscovy. Muscovy, what have you done? Why are you guaranteeing Ottoman independence? That's a bit silly, I think. And also, you bring in who? Jandar? Jandar and Suleiman, that's the same... I better, but wait, oh, I don't want... Wait, do I want Crimea in? I want to do it this way, I think. We're just going to declare war now so that I don't have to worry about that big red flashy alert that would definitely not cause personal union on death. And these armies have no morale, but that's plenty, right? And we're going to be lazy and say, this army, take care of that area. And this guy, take care of that area. And the one that's really far away, take care of that thing. And the war's over. Done. Easy. Delad has died. I think I will turn on autonomous missionary click so that they just go away and stop being told that they need to be told what to do. Poland will help me against Muscovy. Do we need help against Muscovy? We had that war with Muscovy. I haven't really been like focused on fighting and doing war type things. Not in a while in this run because we were just letting peace things happen. Our army is probably very, very strong, though. So I was looking at our combat modifiers. We have 45% bonus to the cav combat ability, 3.5 cavalry shock, and an astounding Cossacks force limit of 37. So I have 37 Cossack cavalry. And that got me thinking, well, what if I just ignored the cav to infantry ratio? Yeah, having insufficient support, that's a big red number, right? That means it's got to be bad. But with those numbers, is it, though? Yeah, and we haven't had the busted event yet. I don't know what the event is. There's some mean time to happen event that you're talking about. It's like, I think you have to have a certain amount of military or diplo skill or something. But once it fires, it gives, I think, 10% cav ratio and then, what, 10% cav combat or cost or something? There's just some random other thing we're going to get that makes cav even better. So our economy looks awful at the moment because I am paying for missionaries. Every estate's super pissed because I just did all the revokes. And we're over the force limit by a lot because of the lost marches. So, doesn't look great, but it's fine. We also need to talk about and consider moving our trade port to the Aegean. It is definitely time, especially if we're planning on integrating the subjects over there. Lose admin points or lose money? I don't care about admin points. Not anymore. Not while we're not doing an ID group. Okay, so that's that guy full occupied. Egypt's doing a thing. Gives 20% cav combat ability and 20... Oh, it's even stronger than I thought. Wow. I thought it was only 10. Well, that is a huge amount. So, if I had the economy, though, what do you think? Should we just run more cav than the actual cav ratio even permits? Pretend, if you will, that you just threw a full front line of cav at the enemy. Obviously, you would have full insufficient support penalty, right? What does insufficient support actually do, though? It's minus 25% tactics. What does that do? We had minus 25% tactics on our cavalry. Specifically, only on the cavalry. So if you had artillery behind them, they don't lose tactics. So, by losing tactics, it would cause them to take more damage, because tactics is a divisor on casualties taken. If you have 2.2 tactics, you take whatever your casualties should be divided by 2.2. That number would go down by 25%. 2.28 times 0.75. So our cav would take more damage. Effectively, they would take 2.28 divided by 1.71. They take 33% more casualties. What else does tactics do? Tactics affects discipline. So our global discipline is 114.3%. The amount of tactics we're getting from... Wait, is that right? Am I misreading that? No. We gain tactics from discipline. Tactics don't give discipline. I believe that's the only actual effect. Oh, tactics affect sieges. It affects siege speed if you have higher military tactics, but I believe only if the tactics disparity comes from tech. You don't often see it when they just have high discipline. So basically that's it. Like, if I have no cavalry, no infantry to support the cavalry at all, the cavalry will take 33% more casualties. And then, like, when you compare it, like, in that context, do you care if the cav die more? If they're murdering the ever-loving crap out of everything? Like, look at that. 3.5 shock multiplier, 45% combat ability, like, good lord. And that's the point, Miestrel. That's why I wanted to break this down. Like, it's a big red number on the screen, so it must be bad, right? I don't think it's actually that bad. Very soon, we're going to have cav, once the Cossacks get above 60 loyalty again, we're going to have another minus 20% cav cost. Right now, we're only getting the combat ability. So our cav costs are going to go from 20 base down to, sorry, 25 base down to 15. So they're only double the cost of infantry. They'll do less damage. They shouldn't do less damage. They should do the same amount of damage. Explain. Don't they do less damage if they're oh, yeah, the dead ones won't be doing damage. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There will be a few less alive. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at it. Like the perspective I'm looking at it with Princess Maker. You take 33% more damage, but do like 3 times more damage. It's like a berserker stance or berserker tactics. Yeah, it's just murder them, and then you don't care, and then the fight's over because they're all dead. I mean, I'm already being kind of lazy with my manpower anyway, and we're over the manpower caps, or we're just sitting at the cap. So if you're sitting at the manpower cap, why not just take more damage to kill more people? Seems very reasonable. Although we should probably, you know, grow and then fight people that are actually able to threaten. This guy, we can separate peace. Will he agree to full annexation? Not yet. Isn't someone with high fire going to kill us? Our cavalry have way fewer pips in the fire phase, and infantry have quite a few pips in the fire phase, so they will do quite a bit of damage in the fire phase, but not as much as we're going to do in the shock phase, so... I don't think we go 100% cap. Not to mention, I don't actually have the economy to support a huge amount of extra cavalry at the moment. And I don't intend on taking any other ideas to enhance our cavalry. But we have 100% fully drilled troops, and we've got pretty great modifiers to cavalry, so... Specifically, the shock multiplier from Cossacks is strong. Alright, that's the war done. Alright, now I need all the diplomats to stop just not being available and instead be available. Weak Pinkies, thank you for 25 months. RIP Byzantine YouTube timeline. What happened? Did I post the wrong video? Oh no, you're watching local. You're watching the stream and you're ahead of... I see what you're saying. This guy, I don't care about. He can just go away. Yeah, sounds good. Bye. And then there were 2. This guy. You can go away. 63 diplo points to gain 75 monies. Is that worth it? Probably not. Although, what am I going to spend the diplo points on? Actually. I think 2 hours disappeared from the YouTube uploads. I noticed there was an error in the upload. Like, I had a 15-minute segment from after the stream with World of Warcraft. I may have accidentally messed up the episode numbering because of that. I'll have to do some double checking later. Thank you for pointing it out, though. If there is an error, I'll take care of it tonight. I actually think I'd take this. If I could trade money, if I could just give these points away for more gold, I think I would do it. Because I don't need diplo points. I mean, I'm integrating a subject, sure, but... Like... Well, I kind of do need to take this tech in 4 years. Let's see, 602 minus the ahead of time penalty of 240. If I get rid of like one of these clicks, we're still generating points. God, this ruler's awful. Does the drill modifier for reduced damage negate the damage taken from tactics? So when we have full drill, we get minus 25% shock and fire damage received. So my understanding is you roll your dice, it compares the pips of the units, and then there's a base amount of casualties that are inflicted that gets multiplied by the disparity in pips, and then gets reduced if you have any fire or shock damage received multipliers, and then gets multiplied against tactics, which in most cases is going to be a divisor that's a positive number. So let's say you calculate out that you're supposed to take 50 troops in death for one regiment, but your tactics is 2.2. So you're going to take 50 casualties divided by 2.2 and only take 22 casualties. In our case, if we had insufficient support, 2.2 times 0.75 from full insufficient support, we would instead only take 50 casualties calculated as an example and divide it by 1.65, effectively making us take an extra that many casualties. So your question, does the drill negate the damage. It doesn't do anything to negate. It's just going to be... It's the same in both cases. Like... You know, it's just an extra step in the multiplicative process. Do we really need spare diplomat? I mean, that's a great question. I probably don't. No, I should keep that guy around. Sorry, kick that guy out. Keep that guy around, keep that guy out, same thing. Back to this. I was thinking, yeah, I think I do want the money. That's fine. There would potentially be a coalition, though. Oh, no. It gives me clay. And it gives me clay. We already did our stab bumps, so we don't have to worry about that. Nice. 69 oh, nice. I have the diplomat bug where he's idle despite not being assigned to a thing. Kind of. Hate that diplomat bug. He should be green when he's on auto, not yellow. Instantly broke it. Look at all that clay. It's not even very much to core because we've got ridiculous reductions to core creation. We got like minus, what, 50%, I want to say already? 67.6! Got a claim, and we have innovativeness. That's more than I thought. Yeah, we need to conquer the things. Give us the clay. Stop it. Let's just take a chunk out of the elements this way. So that we can make some progress. I'll take as much as I can take, not deal with other people coming in. This army take care of this area. Where's the third army? Where'd he go? Where are my armies? Oh, there are my sleevies. One there. Oh, you're black flagged. Okay. Yeah, you can head this way. Can I play BT without all the EU4 DLCs? That would be a good question to consult their Discord. I'm not sure. I want to say you don't need them, but I don't know. I'm not actually an expert. I don't actually know any of the answers. I just turn on the streaming button and attempt to play. The new province is also Ottoman cores. Yep. But the war's going to go very fast. And the opportunity to, like, isolate them and just take a chunk is too good. So, whatever. If it slows the cores down by a year or two, it's not a problem. I'm also continuing to religiously convert the culture to Greek. Because Greek. Our subject, Tarnovo, is disloyal. We will placate. Flanders, Natarino. Thank you for your sub. 2 hours. We have a diet available. Does that help in any way? Do I actually want to continue doing diets, or do we want to keep focusing on trying to get their influence low enough that we gain crown land for conquest? Also, I should look at the peace deal to see if we're gaining crown land from conquest. Keep forgetting to look at the very bottom of that tooltip. That needs to get moved. Artemis, if you want to, like, move that higher in the tooltip, higher in the peace screen, that'd be great. Got our extra missionary. Do we need the extra missionary? We have plenty to convert. It's a lot of freaking peasants. A lot of peasants. You think 23,000 troops, no artillery, led by Heraklios. Oh, that's a cool name. Heraklios Frangopoulos. Polopoulos. I don't know. You think he can kill a whole bunch of peasants that aren't led by anyone? I think so. I have faith. Murder. Murder's fun. Alright, we're gonna need to drill a bit again. Why wasn't he yeeted? So I don't remember the exact order of events, but I remember we had a really good ruler from breaking free from Muscovy, and then he immediately died while we didn't have an heir. And we ended up with this guy. The old bait and switch. I do not approve. That is a lot of money to be losing a month.
Just the rebels, sir. They're here.
Rebels. Hey, we got an heir. Cool. Oh, hey, he's not bad. +2 and +1. That's only a +3 babby, but... what shall we call this one? I could consult the thing and actually name him based on channel point redemption stuff. I haven't looked at that in a while. What is the next one in the queue for +3 heirs or higher? Nice. Over almost a year ago, someone named Teacup Goblin, just to point this out, they wanted me to name a +3 or +4 babby +2 babby. And so we shall. Just to mess with people, maybe. Pretend like I don't know how to do math or something. I don't know. Just because it's funny. It's just the peasants. That's within zone of control. This click needs to be clicked, but I don't want to click this click because it's the one that I need, so we're going to ignore it now. And then never remember that is up there, probably. We've forgotten the icon of Christ! Oh no. Where's good supply along this coast? Anywhere? Smyrna. Smyrna.
It's just the rebels, sir.
Alright, never mind. Don't go that way, go this way. Evangelical Union, the League, has started. We are at 100%. Ottoman land will take diplo points if I take it separate. And the question is going to be, is it worth paying diplo points to gain money? He's got a lot of dev, so I can actually take some cash. And I did lose money while we had no force limit, so probably do want to take that. And we'll just take whatever chunk we can get. Sounds good. Thank you. Core all the things. Do you guys think we have any vested interest in the Protestant League? Do we care?
It's just the rebels, sir.
We could join, right? I think we're only allowed to join on the Protestant side, though. Is that true? Whoa, that interface looks weird. I think we're actually allowed to join both sides, but yeah, Artemis. Summon the Artemis. It's messed up. Would you be the leader? We can't be the leader. The Catholic side is always led by the Emperor of the HRE, and the Protestant side is led by the... that one I know for sure. That is definitely the strongest Protestant on this side. I don't believe that the League can be led by a non-Protestant, but no. I don't think I care about the League. I think we just let them play with their toys and their sandbox, and we don't care. I mean, we actually had an agreement from a thing, a missioner or something, with Brandenburg to stay out of the Empire, like, to not mess with it. So, I don't think getting involved in League War would technically count as, like, violating that or anything, but I still just don't want to deal with it. Isn't the leader always an elector if possible? I think the creation of the League might require an elector to have become Protestant, perhaps. But I'm not certain that they have to, that it has to stay led by them. If you look in the tooltip and you hover over other countries that aren't the League leader, it'll tell you their strength, their military score. To become the new leader of this league, they would need a military score higher than 127.21 due to the current league leader having 84.8, and they have to be at least like 50% stronger or something. Still hungry. Okay. I'll get right on that. I mean, I don't have any claims up there. And we've got this... Oh, no, hold on. This is maybe a reason to do it right now. So normally, if we were to take a whole bunch of clay from Hungary... No, no. You're allowed to core everything as long as you have a connection to your capital. That's the issue. I have 2 isolated provinces over here, so I'm allowed to core adjacent to my subjects' cores, but we'd have to do it 1 row at a time. We need to integrate Tarnova. I need to get rid of these dudes. They're bad. Also, I totally forgot that we just left this guy undealt with. Also, I forgot to look at the crown land thing at the bottom of the thing again. Oops. Are we gaining crown land and peace deals? We are giving away 0.1, gaining 0.1, and then gaining 0.2. We're gaining 0.2 crown land per this war. Nice. 4 and 0. And we got a disloyal subject who we will stop diverting trade from. More conversion has happened. I feel like I've already told you to put down rebels multiple times and you're not listening. Alright, just take care of it so I can let the game run. Thank you. Missions that you have for conquest in the Balkans are basically behind the Danube, but you would focus on Anatolia. Yeah, there was some feedback in the Discord discussion earlier today that that the Byzantine mission tree in this submod, it kind of, I think it's mostly historically accurate, but it seems to heavily focus on this region, like ahead of Anatolia or something. Or maybe the exact opposite of that. I wasn't really paying attention. But it's a very linear mission tree. There's very little you can do except for do this next. And that's not my favorite type of mission, but you know I don't like missions in general. So, oh well. Next, we do want to do some development clicks if we can. Dev cost is pretty cheap, down at 12. We lost our icon of Christ. We need to turn that back on. Of Christ is back. We're down to 10 in this province. We're gonna dev it. We're just gonna do it. Gonna make this number go burp until. Do I take them to? I definitely take provinces on the coastline to at least 20, but then the question is, do we try to go all the way to 40 right now, or should I focus on getting them all to 20 first? Probably 20 first. So, step 1, dev to 20. Step 2, expand infrastructure. Oh, shit. I had that backwards. I thought we were at 20. I was trying to get to 20. And we're at 35 now. Okay, nice. I am awake, and I do speak English, so let's go to 40. Not bad. Poland is killing Muscovy? Good. Nope, that's Denmark. Denmark and Norway and the Netherlands are all at war with Sweden and Muscovy. This is actually the Swedish Independence War. Apparently Sweden never became independent. Did the Danish flip to Protestant as well? They did. They just can't agree on who rules that land. Scandinavia. Silly place. Crown land is almost back to 30% now. Seize land very soon in the 8th month, so that's next month. Annoyingly, it's going to piss them all off again, and we can't do much about that. I think rather than never do summon diet, I should just do the diets to try to get everyone back to a comfortable loyalty level. Can we do the burger click? Build a workshop to gain loyalty with the burgers. I mean, it's just so impactful. Going from... at 20 loyalty, we have these effects. 20% trade, 20% production. If they were just not pissed, then I would have 20% bonus to trade. You get the 20% production efficiency bonus when they're above 60% loyalty, but it's like a 40% swing in trade. So by all means, here is a workshop. Have fun with that. Court factions influence the ruler. Okay. We're not losing money. It's a start. We are suffering attrition. What is the composition of this army? Something weird. Let's go down to 2 fewer artillery there. I have 8 artillery. I don't know why. Has a weird number. 6 would be more reasonable at this point. I actually, oddly, compared to vanilla, would rather have more cav than try to field more artillery right now. Especially because we've got minus 40% cav cost, but also just because in Beyond Typus, with fort level being lower on forts, it doesn't feel like building a whole bunch of artillery early on does much. And it doesn't do anything really for combat, so that's always been the case, even in vanilla, but a level 3 capital mountain fort or something is a pain in the ass, but if you build 10 artillery, it's pretty easy. God damn, no matter where we go, we just suffer attrition, huh? Sweet. Why don't you two take 2 of the artillery as well? More conversion. What else? We're allowed to seize land. Eventually I'll start selling titles, but not yet. I want to try to do cheap dev clicks until we are back above 30 crown land. Ideally, we want to only be doing dev clicks where we've already got our canals built, which is another thing. We just need infinite money. So I've only got this many canals. Not a lot of canals. That one, I think, was the next one that I would click if it had a canal. So, I guess we're saving. Coastal Province is only 1 dev. Yeah, it's really close. And I would like to be able to expand infrastructure. I have 2 provinces that are 1 dev, being able to expand. This one's only 1 dev. We should get this one to 20 and then expand. Pretty much expand every time you can is the general workflow in Beyond Typus. It's just a good click. I think we will do this one still. Expand. This one had already been expanded because I did, and then I apparently burned development down, so I tricked myself. Good job. If I'm allowed to exploit dev in the capital, I should keep doing that because it's just probably worth it. We have another arrow bonus. Okay. I guess we take blockade impact on siege. Alright, and we're just suppressing. Pouring everything. Admin points are not over by a ton, and we can take admin tech roughly on time. Finish centralizing. I haven't updated my version of the game now, and I said that I wasn't going to keep on abusing this centralized state click after the last session. So if any of these actually go down to negative cost, we're gonna not click them anymore. But if I have spare admin points, we do want to start working down the others. They're all at negative. They're all like 25 now. Weird. Okay, burgers. Also, I was mistaken. It's not 20% yet. It's just... Oh, and it's apparently wrong. Wow. It's production efficiency first, not trade. You don't get the trade bonus till they're loyal. Weird. Wow. They declared the League War already. Muscovy. The Muscovy and Commonwealth are at war, and now they're at war as well. Like, is that true? No. They must have just resolved. Oh no, right. It was Denmark that was at war with Muscovy. Commonwealth wasn't even at war with them. So that's the state of the League War. Basically, just the Emperor plus Milan and Hungary and Muscovy. 3 big players versus our ally, the Commonwealth. And Milan. No, Commonwealth on the other. Venice. Venice is getting into every war he shouldn't. He's going to get murdered by Hungary and Milan. I have to imagine, though, I don't know. Can the Commonwealth act? No, there's no way. There's no way the Commonwealth can beat all this. He's dead. In fact, he's so dead, he might not be a good ally anymore. I think he's going to get destroyed by Muscovy and Hungary. Dead. True. I think so. Well, let's get some tech. Oh, game is instantly laggy because of the League War. So many countries having military access through so much land. It's so taxing on I think that's what causes it. It's not just the number of countries that are at war, because there's tons of wars going on all the time. If you go to this tab and just look at all the wars, I guess there's not actually that many at the moment, but I think it's because of the implicit military access that everyone is given through the entire empire every time they're at war with the emperor. And because every tag on both sides of the League War is either allied with or at war with the emperor, they all have access through every province. And I guess that it's just a lot of math. I think that's what causes the lag. That or my boy Victor's getting old. One of the two. You do another dev click, get above 30. I'll just do a random click in one of the low dev cost places because I don't want to think. We're saving up for a canal. In the next... Nope, not there. Not what I meant to do, game. I want you to do it in... Pretty sure it was that one. Also, crap. I dev'd this one a bunch just now and I didn't have a workshop there. Sorry, a canal there. I did 12 clicks and I could have saved 20% times 12. Dang. Sorry, 20% of the base, like 22.5 times 12 clicks. Whatever that is in development points.
It's just a rebel, sir.
Yeah. Okay, now that the burgers aren't piss, we're netting some profit, 35 monies per month. I do want to take tech soon. So I think we're going to hold off on moving our main trade port to the Anatolian, sorry, to the Aegean, whatever it's called, node for a little bit. But we're at the point where it makes sense to look into that. I'm paying for too many ships. We've got galleys from Conquest or something, probably. They've just randomly joined the trade fleet. So, link them. Not belong here. So, if you think about it, so my main trade fleet, we've just been randomly at war. They're fighting random ships, and then they turn to the admiral and they say, so what should we do with the ships we captured, sir? Keep them, I don't know. Well, we'll have to slow down to stay near them, right? Yeah, I guess we do have to have the entire fleet go at movement speed 4 instead of 11. Or whatever their speed is base. The entire fleet just goes the speed of the slowest ship. It's funny. Did I have a chance to play with the manpower system that's being changed? No, I was talking to Harbor War about that. He said don't update. He thinks he kind of borked it. He thinks that it's not quite doing what he had hoped, and that it's, like, save file drawing, possibly. So, I skipped the update for this morning, and, I don't think I'm going to do another major update until after this run's done. It feels better. I think it's also better just for good feedback to be able to say, I played on this version. These were the mechanics in place at the time. This is what I thought. And rather than like play a game over the course of a couple weeks and have all kinds of feedback. We just got soldiers' households and the treasury. What does the treasury do? Treasury is a regular building that does what? Oh, it's the... Wow, we already have the upgraded version of the constabulary. It's just another... It just doubles it. Straight double. But it costs, looks like 50 for the tier 1, 200 for the tier 2. 4 times the cost, but you get double the effect. I mean, it's 0.91 gold a month in the capital. Yeah, we should build some of those. I like money. I'm a fan of it. Could sell seas. Ba-bum. I think I want to get Crown Land nicely up, though. I want to try to get up to 50% soon. I like money. Oh, do I? I don't know.
It's just the rebels, sir. They're here.
So my plan is we're going to... We just did the main thing, which is revoke march status on all of these. We should be granting to Albania the title of Caropolit. I should be able to do that now. Because he's small enough. We got to get him down to 15 Liberty Desire. Which I guess we just placate twice and then divert trade, update his opinion by hovering over the number so that he knows that he's loyal. The amount of Liberty Desire you get from their opinion of you is updated not on any monthly tick, not when events fire. Nope. It updates when you look at it. Hey, what do you think about me? 174. What do you think about me now? What do you think about me now? Oh, I'm not looking. Ah, you just stay loyal. We can grant title of Europa. This is so funny to me. Alright, so we grant another one. We do lose some governing capacity. But he gets these things. Quantic mechanic at its finest, yeah. In order to annex a Caropolit subject, the nation must first be turned into... Alright, so we haven't done even the first step. We've got to make him a Caropolit, and then we've got to make him into a non-hereditary Caropolit by retracting the right to inheritance, which is going to require us to get his Liberty Desire back down to 15 yet again. And I can't, yeah, Schrodinger's desire, his Liberty Desire all the way down to 15 yet. But we can send officers. If we did update his loyalty, he'd be at 29. I guess I just go negative prestige and we keep placating. So this one we're going to try to regular integrate. This one we're going to try to inherit. This one we're going to actually annex, but I got to wait 25 years on. I might theoretically, like, possibly seize 81 dev over time, but that just feels like too much. We're going to chill on the centralized state because I don't have any admin points. Actually, I have plenty of admin points. What am I talking about? We should centralize state. Sort by total dev. And then I'm going to do all of the ones that don't give me points. If it gives me points, it's abusive. We're going to stop doing it. I was fully willing to abuse it the other day, but not anymore. Because that's just silly, man. Gain 17. Holy crap, really? So this state... Which one is it? This state right here. Yeah. So if it's giving... It gives 12 admin. That means I have centralized this state somehow. How many times? Interesting. So when you centralize, all that you get is that. Local autonomy change 0.1. But all I'm seeing in the tooltip from centralized state is 0.1. It's not... Okay. So the game lets you continue to centralize past 10 times, but apparently it's only keeping track of it 10 times? Or am I just... Hold on. The base price is 25. And I'm being told I'll gain 12. So I have to have done it 15 times, right? There's 2 modifiers. All right, I'm missing something. There's centralized state, and then there's centralized state. I see. Okay, so there are two different rows for centralized state at the bottom, but I think one of them might be from... Isn't it the same name? In administrative ideas? It might just be that it's got the exact same name. No, that one's called centralization. Yeah, okay, maybe it is just breaking it up into 2 modifiers. I don't think I've ever seen that in a province modifier. Huh. Anyway, yeah, so we don't want to keep on abusing it, though, is my point. Not anymore. It's just a lot of clicks. I just centralized it a lot. I thought it was funny, and I should point it out. We would like to build more workshops and more canals. Also, more treasuries that make good money. I like money. Rebels are pretty much dealt with. I think we can go back to drilling for a little bit. And even though I just conquered some clay, we should probably get ready for the next war. I don't know how big of a deal it will be to fight Circassia, but we should probably take all the land in Anatolia region that we can take from him. And then probably get started on that whole Egypt situation. And use the prestige from those wars to placate Albania down to enough that we can give him the... retract his right to inheritance. He's also 62. Oh, I want to give him the thing quickly. One placate away. Ooh. That can be revoked in the 7th month. That can be revoked on the 29th. I have an opportunity to piss off the let's just do it. They don't need to be happy, ever. It's fine. I retract your patronage of the arts, and then I grant you your patronage of the arts. And now I have positive prestige. Albania, please be placated. Also, Albania, haha, I get to take your throne. Gajerj is not the best negotiator. He just gave up his throne. Just give us your country when you die. Okay. So we're going to instantly, on his death, inherit 113 dev for no diplo points, no monarch points, and we get full cores. And because it's an inheritance on integration, the autonomy doesn't get updated, and it will just be at whatever he's at, which is 0. Pretty good system. Did Circassia lose Persia as defender? Oh, they did, yeah. Looks like Persia is... Were they, what, guaranteeing him, or defender of the faith, maybe? They are Shia. So it couldn't have been defender of the faith. I don't know, they just must have revoked their guarantee or something. Well, good opportunity for us then. Okay. That's the end of this session. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll see you in the next episode. Otherwise, stick around. I'll see you a little bit later here on Twitch. Bye.